ZBCN, our bull market winner. That's what we're going to talk about today. Why is it the bull market winner? You already know, but what's the status on it? Is ZBCN still acting like the massive winner we know it can be, or is it losing steam? That is the main question I'm going to answer for you today. Please like and subscribe to this channel because any help you give sends ZBCN even further. So if you want ZBCN to fly, smash the like button, comment in the section below. What do you think of ZBCN right now, the current price action, even the fundamentals? Tell me anything. So look, for me right now, ZBCN is in a crossroads. It's at a critical point, okay? Critical point, and I'm going to share the price action. I'm going to share the chart, and I'm going to show you what I mean. But the fact that it is in a crossroads means just that. The crossroads can be crossed to a very prosperous move, but we need Bitcoin on our side, and Bitcoin is playing the weak link. And that is the main problem, because without Bitcoin, without the Bitcoin, nonsense right now, ZBCN would have fly already to new all-time highs. All right. I'm saying again, without the Bitcoin shenanigans, ZBCN would have been already at new all-time high territories, but it is because of Bitcoin that we're kind of stuck in this rant, okay? And just to make sure you understand what I'm saying, here is a quick peek on our friend Bitcoin. Look what it's doing right now, okay? And I know this is a ZBCN video, but I want to make sure that you're on the know, okay? You need to be in the know. So what happened is Bitcoin faked out from a very important high. Everyone and their mother thought this is going to continue rapidly into 130, 140, 150, but it didn't. It actually went down, okay, on bad news with the PPI. And right now, okay, it is almost breaking down of this area, the 112, which, for me means that we're losing steam quite a bit, okay? Now, again, this is not a Bitcoin, this is a ZBCN video, but this is going down for now. And as long as it's going down and not up, all the market is in a holding position. Well, almost all the market. It's going to be very hard for us to move forward right now just on ZBCN. Now, this is ZBCN. This is the ZBCN chart for you, okay? Now, I want to show you something important, okay? And I know some of you are going to say, oh, but Jomo, price action, it's voodoo, whatever. I don't care what you think. Truly, I don't care what you think, because I know one thing. This has been successfully working for me for years over years, okay? Guess what? It works, at least for me and for many other traders, okay? People that actually learned how to do things. So I'm creating a triangle here, okay? Now, this triangle is actually composed out of two main trend lines, okay, that ZBCN is right now respecting. Okay, you can see the lower one, which is very important right now, started at the low end over here of the correction. We had this higher low, and now we retested it on the buzzer again. Okay, this is a very important retest. Okay, need to make sure we all understand this is a very important retest. Now, on the upper scale, we had this 1 and 2. So what I see ZBCN doing right now, okay, is if Bitcoin breaks down heavy, and I mean heavy, below the 105, below $100,000, the probabilities we're gonna go down from here. Because sorry to say that, I know some of you are long-term investors of ZBCN, and I am a very big fan of ZBCN, at least from a price action standpoint, okay? And if you're with me, smash the like button. If you like ZBCN and want ZBCN to succeed, smash the like button, comment in the section below, okay? But the reality is that the main driver of the crypto market are not individual coins, right? It's Bitcoin, okay? It's Bitcoin. So the probability is that if Bitcoin goes below $100,000, we're going to break down, okay? That's unfortunate. It can happen. It can still retest and do something like this later on if Bitcoin retest, but we need to appreciate the fact this can happen, okay? Now, if Bitcoin doesn't break below $100,000 and kind of plays game, between 100,000, 110, again, kind of try to find the grounds before, and tomorrow we have a very important kind of a speech by Jerome Powell, the head of the Fed. Okay, so maybe that will move the market higher again, yet to be determined. Okay, but if we do get somewhat of good action, on Bitcoin, what I see happening is quite a range trading until one day, bam, something like this can happen. Now, again, you need to play ball with me over here because I don't know the future and no one does. Okay. Anything can happen in the market. You need to appreciate it. It doesn't matter how much you love a coin. It doesn't matter how much you're sure this is your ticket to being a trillionaire. Okay. The market will decide the eventuality of where the coin will go. Not you, not your conviction. Okay. Nothing of the sort. Okay. And for me, I like money in the bank, okay? I like money in my account. I like my P&L going higher all the time, and I don't like to zigzag, okay? So that's why I don't hodl, okay? That's why I trade in and out. That's why we took this trade over here, moved 220% in a week. Then we booked out of it. Then we took a trade from here, added here, took a trade all the way here, up to 70%, booked profits all the way from here when I saw it's weakening, okay? Now it weakened. So my next move is to find the next potential entry. Now, if you don't know why I took it specifically here and specifically here, and why it worked exactly at the areas where it worked, well, guess what? What you need to do is join my membership and our membership at the Crypto Mindset. Look, I know it can be, seem like an investment, and maybe for you, not invest, actually an expense. You think it's an expense. I need to take money out. I want to be making money. But the truth is that if you lose money in the markets, that's more of an expense than actually paying for someone to give you real knowledge. And of course, I'm going to be there to tell you again and again when to get in and out of ZBCN, because I'm going to share my trades. Okay, that's how I do it. I share my trade to you, do market updates, and so on and so forth. So what you need to do is scan the QR code if you can. If you're not, because you're on mobile, check the link in the description. And of course, okay, I'm going to give you a nice, coupon from us, a 25% discount code, somersault25, to use on all our trading services. Don't miss this, okay? Don't miss it. If you don't know what you're doing, if you're round tripping, if you're losing over and over again, if you don't know how to pinpoint entries, if you don't know how to take profits, if you don't know how to minimize your losses, all this and more, you need to come with us, okay? You need to come with us. We will help you, and you can pay with crypto if you want to send an email over here, okay? So again, I'm going to be very, very clear about my stance. Right now, I'm zero ZBCN because I took my profits, because I appreciate what the market can do. But, and of course, I'm taking out the trades, like I took AIoT trade, which banged 300% in 11 days, okay? So while ZBCN is resting, I'm making money, okay? But again, back to ZBCN, because that is our favorite coin. And again, if this is your favorite coin, smash and cook the like button, comment in the section below. I want it, okay, to go either in a range or either maybe go to these highs, okay? Maybe something on these highs. Let me change the color. No, the color is good. Okay, to these highs over here, okay, and build somewhat of an entry, because we need good tight entries. Maybe something like this it will build, and then we'll break out of it. Maybe it will break out all the way to these highs over here, and maybe create another way for us to have another beautiful entry if you'll build another couple of days and then break out, okay? So price action like this works because this is how price acts. Remember, we want to be where the price acts and how it acts, where the money flows. And again, this will actually coincide with the breakout outside of this rectangle, okay? Outside and above this upper trend line, of course, out of the triangle, that is kind of the critical moment right now. And that will be the bullish scenario, okay? So I did talk because I'm a responsible person. I'm a responsible trader. You guys, I love you. I want all of you to succeed. That's why I want to make sure I pass you along the knowledge, and also that there is always a risk of breaking down, okay? Now, I don't think it's going to happen now. Definitely in the future, because all cryptos eventually need to fight gravity. I do think we are going to make it above, are going to make it to new highs. How high, I don't know, but 1 cent probably very soon. I believe it can happen if Bitcoin goes higher, or maybe the lifeline this time won't be Bitcoin. It will actually be last altcoin move with Ethereum, okay, might happen. Again, I'm painting scenarios. That's what I do for a living. I paint scenarios, and then once one of these scenarios actually plays out, I go with that scenario. That's how I trade. That's how I invest professionally, with precision, with doing all this imagination and painting of scenario things. Okay, so hey, this is what I'm painting for ZBCN. Again, we need either Ethereum to play ball and having like this last altcoin season, just like what happened in 2021, and by the end of 2017, we had this last move after Bitcoin topped, last move of all alts, and that's in the case of Bitcoin topping now, which will be very odd, but always possible. Okay, but in the case of Bitcoin going higher, which I still think is what's going to happen, I don't know exactly how, because I'm not a fortune teller. I believe we can go higher, as high as even 10 cents. Very much a probable price, okay, for this bull market. And of course, I would rather much higher. I would rather everything to just pump and explode and amazing, and we're all going to be millionaires and trillionaires and billionaires and everything. I want that also, but I appreciate what most of you don't. Okay, that doesn't happen. Okay, it doesn't happen, and even if it does, it is for very short periods of moments. Okay, so, and if you don't know that and you want to come learn, do that. Okay, you can come check out. You can check out the elite, you can check out the regular VIPs, any tier. We have multiple tiers for different people at different capitals. But definitely, if you have 6 figures and above and you don't know what you're doing, you need to come to our elite VIP. Me and CM, we're going to show you, taking your hand by hand, how to navigate these markets. Of course, we're going to share with all of you our trades in real time, and oh boy, we are traders and we're good at it. Okay, come see for yourself. Until next time, everyone, no edge, no trade. Cheers.